How's it going, guys? So today I'm doing a VR to James Evans. He set a community challenge, and that was 5 terrible box art examples. Um, yeah, I've got my 5 together. It's quite a mixture of different systems, and some people might disagree with some of my choices, but I think a good majority of them you'd probably agree on. So let's take a look. And then I'll give me reasons why as well, why I think they're bad. Right, so number one, and by far the worst example of box art, is Face Ache on the Commodore 64. Look at that. I mean, that is terrible, isn't it? I mean, in fact, actually, that looks like a famous dictator who we won't name on the channel. Famous, obviously, for all the wrong reasons. But yeah, kind of looks like him, I think, minus the moustache. Yeah, now you might actually wonder, because I recently picked this up, so you might be wondering why on earth I picked it up. Well, simple answer to that was I hadn't heard of it. And when I tried to look it up on eBay, no one else was selling it. In fact, no one else was selling it anywhere. So I picked it up because it's rare, not because the box art's good, because that is terrible. I mean, look at that. That must have took all of about 10 minutes to do that. I mean, it's horrible, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't really even tell you anything either, and that's the other problem, because you got that on the front and then you got that on the back, so it doesn't show you any graphics of the game. It doesn't really even tell you what it's about, does it, by that? So yeah, really poor, I think. Bad example. Good example of a bad box art, but bad example of how you want to advertise a game. So that's my first one. My next one is Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, people might agree, people might disagree. My reasons is it's boring, because it is. I mean, look at it. Like, don't get me wrong, it tells you that it's a war game, yeah, but it's not a very interesting cover, is it? I mean, most of the guys in shadow, you can just make out he's got some guns on his back, couple of guns in his hands. Yeah, it does tell you what the game's about, but it is boring, isn't it? I mean, when you compare this to older games, I mean, I think that's a bit embarrassing. Like, older games had better examples, like there was plenty of war type games then that were done in a way that, you looked at it and the box art was really good. I mean, I just think that's boring, like, yeah, not a very good example. It's just a photo, isn't it, really, when you look at it? I mean, obviously it's been messed with, but it's pretty much just a photo, isn't it? Yeah, not very good, not very detailed. Right, and then this one. There's a reason why loads of people have got this in their collection. It's because it's boring, isn't it? I mean, look at it. I imagine a few people will probably show this one as bad box art because, look, a bit of grass, football, darkness, and then a silly little logo at the top. I mean, come on. Like, you could have done that on Photoshop in, what, 20 minutes, if that. There's really not a lot to it, is there? Boring. There's a reason why people have got this and can't get rid of it, because let's be honest, you take a look at that cover, would it interest you? Because it wouldn't me. So, so there's another example. Yeah, not much thought gone into that. Now this one, about as much thought went into the cover as it did the actual game, and that is WarioWare Smooth Moves. I bought this for the boys, and they were young at the time, and even then it didn't interest them either. I think they might have had it on once. I mean, the box art, look at it. I mean, you've got a blurred Wii remote, some silly font, and just a face. I mean, you haven't even got Wario's full face. You've just got his nose, moustache, and eyes. It's just lazy, isn't it, really? It's just a lazy box art, that. And if I show you the back, I don't know if you can see, like, the games themselves. It's like mini games. Now, look, they put a full version of him on the back. Why didn't they do that on the front? People might have actually bought this then, so, but, you look at the games, you can just see by looking at the games, there's not a lot of thought gone into it. They're all mini games. It's terrible. So really the box art does reflect the games itself. It is rubbish. So, but like I say, like, why would you put Wario on the back like that and not put him like that on the front? You know, you'll get people's attention more if you had to put him on the front. So, yeah, terrible box art. Not great anyway. So, the box art's as bad as the game. And then my last example, great game, weird cover. So I've put it in my terrible ones because, let's just show you, it's Street Racer on the PS1. And the reason I've done that is because it's like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, what's going on with the rabbit in the corner? Like, why is he there? I don't get it. And he looks pretty irritated as well. Like, I don't know why, but he's just randomly there. Then you've got what looks like Donald Trump without his wig on, swinging a bat. Let's be honest, it does look like Donald Trump, his facial features. You know, you've got this weird looking woman here. This guy, I don't know what he's doing. It's just all very weird, isn't it? It's weird. And I think with this game, you could have done the box art a lot better than what they have. It's very strange, isn't it? Whenever I look at it, I always just think it's just weird. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I mean, this guy, he does look like Donald Trump without his wig, doesn't he? And I'm trying to figure out what these things are. What's this guy doing here? Like, he looks like a cat out of Red Dwarf. It's just, I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, weirdest box art ever, and as a result, it's not very good. I think they could have done way better with this game. They could have done a better box art than that because, I mean, like I was saying with the rabbit, I mean, what's that all about? Like, why is there a rabbit, an angry rabbit in the corner? Like, I don't know. It's very strange. So, yeah, so that's why I put that one in there. Great game, terrible box art. Like, I think something more cartoony would have been better than that. Like, because this is kind of almost like proper images mixed with like animation or cartoon, you know. Doesn't really work very well. It just makes it look really weird. Yeah, I think I would have gone with a full cartoon. I definitely wouldn't have had the guy that looks like Trump without his wig. I just think that's just very strange. So yeah, do you know the funny thing is that guy that looks like Trump kind of reminds me of a spitting image character actually looking at him. So yeah, yeah, so that's my 5. Like I say, some people might agree, some people might disagree, but yeah, that's my 5, and yeah, not very good. I mean, like I say, by far my worst one is definitely this one. Like, you know, it's just, it's borderline offensive anyway, and well, in fact, it's offensive to the eyes as well because it just looks horrendous, doesn't it? I mean, let's be honest. A kid at school on the old micros could have done a better job than that. So, yeah, just rubbish. But anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going on a bit here on a tangent. So yeah, that's my 5. So hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. And if you have, please like, share, and subscribe, and also comment as well. And also when you hit the subscribe button, make sure you click all because it don't always make you aware of what we're putting up. Also check out James Evans' original video. I'll put a link for that in the description below so you can go and check his one out. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.